You're missing the gaps in your business because your consciousness isn't present to see it. When we are in the scaling process, when we are trying to align the right moves, the right steps, we can get overwhelmed because let's just be honest, we're holding a lot, we're holding capacity. We are trying to align new clients, you're trying to make big decisions, you're checking your emails, you're trying to create new systems. There's always something to do when you're running a business. So what you actually need to bring your awareness to is the fact that often you are missing the misaligned details that you actually need to see in full clarity so it doesn't come at a cost later in time. This is the Residency in Power with Autumn Oakley. 10 minutes of precision for the leader ready to hear what their success has been costing them. No bypassing. We cut straight to the core of the awareness you've been looking for, so you can reclaim your power to lead in success that feels successful to you. We miss the gaps a lot of the time because we're not present, because we're focused on the next thing, that our consciousness just isn't seeing what needs to be shown. Great example of this is in the scaling process of things, because I view the scaling process as a portal. Because what happens in the scaling process? Everything starts coming in at once. You start getting monetized, your views are on the rise, you have community asking of different offerings of you. Everything starts piling up, and that is why scaling feels overwhelming. But that is the point, is that if you are not investing to the right things during the scaling process to take off the load off of you, you are in survival. Your nervous system goes into fight or flight, and your consciousness is missing the details you need to see to align the right moves. And that is why you build things out of urgency, out of scarcity, out of trying to take off all of this load because you're depleted and exhausted, understandably. And this is why we need to focus on foundations. And why the majority of society is not focused on foundations is because society hasn't taught you that. Society has taught you rush, chase, overwhelm. You can hold it all. It has taught you all of these perceptions that are limiting you and come at a cost to yourself in time. Burnout, a cap in your sales, attracting the wrong clientele, building the business you grow to hate. Every detail that ends up coming at a cost to you is because you built out of urgency. You built from someone else's blueprint, a strategy that was borrowed off their aligned success. So when we bring it back to understand that you are the blueprint, you are the creator of what you came to lead, what business you came to build, the details that you are looking for to help and support you in your growth, your expansion in ways that stop costing you, all come down to your consciousness, your awareness. And yes, support along the way with an advisor, with a consultant, with people who specialize and have the gift to see these things deeply. But understanding that you also need to see the gaps you're missing, and that comes down to you feeling that your nervous system can breathe, that you are able to make time to be present, fully embodied in your nervous system, your way of life, so that your conscious mind can see what it needs to see. And a great example of this as well is like when you have glasses on your head. Happens all the time. Your sunglasses, your glasses, and you're running around the house and you're asking, where are the glasses? I know they're around here. And you're looking for them for an hour until you feel into your body and you're like, what the heck is on my head? And that's the point, is that your body, your nervous system holds the key to awareness. It is a great communicator, but when the mind is constantly chasing, looking, trying to find the answers, we neglect feeling into our body, and the body always knows before the mind can comprehend. But the body's always communicating with you. And when you aren't able to be fully present and embodied in your nervous system, you are missing the gaps of what you need to see. So, as a leader, one thing you need to make a non-negotiable is regulation, presence in your nervous system. And I'm not talking about forcing nervous system regulation. I'm not saying that you need to push into burnout and then go to retreat, that you need to force this routine of breath work, of meditation. That is not regulation. Regulation is feeling safe to take up space. Regulation is also being able to do the hard things and expanding your capacity in that way. Regulation is literally just you as a human, as a being, feeling safe to do what is true to you and to take up space fully in that, in your expression, in your business, how you want to collapse something because it no longer feels like it fits, that hard conversation you want to have, the breath work, the meditation that you feel you need because you have been in overwhelm at work, but not as a strict routine. Every detail that you need to look into about regulation is about understanding that presence is your key. When you're present and you can feel into your body, and that is the communication that you need. Because when you are present and you feel into your nervous system and you're radically honest with what it's communicating to you, you know exactly what seeds to plant. You know when you've pushed yourself into burnout and you need to cut back, you can be radically honest in the fact that you have been forcing the routines. You've been forcing the overextension of work because you're avoiding different emotions you don't want to be feeling through. And you will consciously see the gaps you need to when you face truth in the present moment. Where you feel the emotions you've repressed and you release that, you will find clarity in what you need to see. When you go to that kickboxing class because you've repressed anger for a long period of time, you feel free in your nervous system after. You will go about your day, you'll enjoy your evening, and what will come through a lot of the time is clarity. Why? Because your nervous system feels that it can breathe, it is safe to bring in your next aligned move because you're not bracing, you're not in survival. Your body only understands when it's in survival. That exactly. Survival. It's focused on helping you push through. So you're missing the gaps in your business that you need to reflect on, gain clarity of, because those gaps are actually your aligned moves, the right partner that you want to actually connect with, because you are not just accepting any clients. You are in a discerning process. You are letting them come to you because you are present and grounded in your nervous system, that they feel safe and regulated to come into your space. Life, your business, is a mirror of you. So when you are not truly feeling safe to take up space, to push through when you need to, and to regulate your nervous system so you can consciously see the things you need to, this is where we miss the gaps. Honored to have you here. If this found you, it was meant to. 'Tis I, Autumn Airy Oakley. This is the Residency in Power, leading in what is built to last.